Squarespace has sponsored today's video, more about them at the end of my recipe. Today we are going to make a high volume fried rice recipe with over 50 grams of protein. First off, I will prepare a pot on a scale where I will add 50 grams of rice. I personally use jasmine. Now, for a lot of people this is not enough volume, so what you can do is to add cauliflower rice. The trick here is to add just enough cauliflower to add a lot of volume without changing too much the flavor of the rice. If you cannot find store-bought cauliflower rice, you can buy a whole one, take off the florets and then grate them with the smallest holes on a box grater until everything turned into cauliflower rice. For every 50 grams of jasmine rice, I will add 100 grams of cauliflower. That is in my opinion the best ratio to keep the flavor of the rice. So add the cauliflower into the pot, add 100 grams of cold water and also a pinch of salt. The cooking process remains the same, just blast this with high heat and as soon as it starts to boil, reduce the heat to low and let it simmer for about 12 minutes. Next up, I will prepare the teriyaki sauce, and this is quite simple. I will combine 25 grams of soy sauce with 10 grams of honey, 10 grams of rice vinegar, you can also use mirin, and half a teaspoon or 2 grams of cornstarch to thicken up the sauce. Optional, you can add gochujang. This is a hot chili paste with fermented soy and it's one of the best ways to add a ton of flavor to any savory meals. I will add 10 grams. Now mix this until combined and set that aside. For the protein sauce, I will use 180 grams of extra lean ground beef. This particular one has 5% fat. If you can't find this in your area, you can use the regular ground beef, but keep in mind that it will have about double the calories than the extra lean. Next are the vegetables, and for this recipe I will prepare a zucchini. This weighs 200 grams. I will cut off both ends, then half it lengthways and then half it again into quarters. Now, as I'm slicing this into smaller pieces, the zucchini always keeps sticking at my knife, which is quite annoying. So what I do to prevent this is the following. I cut the zucchini with my knife, pointing towards the cutting board and then slicing from the end towards myself. And as you can see, there is almost no sticking anymore. This works perfect with potatoes as well. You can try it out. Next I will chop up a yellow onion. This weighs about 50 grams, and then I will also prepare 100 grams of small tomatoes that I will slice into smaller pieces. Tomatoes are a great combination with soy-based sauces. Lastly, I will prepare 2 cloves of garlic. If you give them a light smash with your knife, they can be peeled a lot easier. Okay, let's get cooking. I will heat up a pan to medium heat, add a bit of oil, and then I will start with the zucchini. I will add a small pinch of salt and then fry them under occasional stirring for about 3 to 4 minutes. Zucchini have a lot of moisture, so by starting to fry them first, the water can evaporate, which will help with adding browning to everything else. After 4 minutes, I will add another touch of oil and then go in with my onions. Keep frying for another 2 to 3 minutes until the onions start to become translucent and get some browning as well. Then I will push the vegetables aside, add another bit of oil and go in with my beef. I will start to spread the beef with my spatula so as much meat as possible gets in contact with my pan for maximum browning. I will fry the beef for about a minute on medium-high heat before I flip everything and add my tomatoes. I will also add a teaspoon of minced ginger and press in my garlic cloves. I will give everything a stir and keep frying for 20 seconds or so and then go in with my sauce. I will mix everything and then close the lid and let it simmer for around a minute. This will help releasing the juices of the tomatoes and that tastes absolutely incredible in combination with the teriyaki sauce and the zucchini. Everything should be cooked by the time the cauliflower rice is ready, so what I like doing at this point is to just dump everything into my pan and give it a last stir for an ultimate fried rice pan. This is a great 20-minute dinner and the macros for the entire meal are 635 calories, 80 grams of carbs, 11 grams of fat and 52 grams of protein. And if you want 150 recipes that will help you lose weight and keep it off for the rest of your life with absolute ease, then check out my cookbook. Low calorie, high protein, delicious recipes. From breakfast to lunch to dessert, everything you need is in this book. And the best part is that you will get every recipe update in the future for free. See, there's a once-in-a-lifetime investment into your health. Link is in the description. I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Squarespace. Squarespace is a platform where you can build your own website. Whether it might be your own blog, your online store, or your photo portfolio, Squarespace has a number of clean and professional templates to choose from, and it's incredibly simple to use. You can integrate consultation times if you are a personal trainer or have a password-protected member area for your clients. They also have a built-in web designer that makes sure your website looks great on all devices and not only on desktop. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Felu to save 10% of your first purchase of a website or domain.